Celebrities in the basement, the place to be. Karen Martin on your TV. Politics, drama, music, sports, arts. Favorite celebs, climbing the charts. First-hand info on the live. Careers, next projects on the rise. Come visit Karen every week. Never know who's in the hot seat. Celebrities in the basement is the place to be. You got Karen Martin on your TV screen. Celebrities in the basement is the place to be. You got Karen Martin on your TV screen.
Good evening, I'm Karen Martin.
In the last 2 months, I've lost 7 veterans suffering from PTSD. 3 men, 4 women.
I'm sorry. The pain you're going through.
They're the ones in pain. Each day, 22 veterans commit suicide. And I pray to God to help me help them. But I get so exhausted at times. I just don't know what to do. I don't know how to save them. She was calling out for help because she was in so much pain. And that's where we come in. We have to be there for her.
Good evening, I'm Karen Martin for Moorish Entertainment Community Foundation, and welcome to Celebrities in the Basement. Allow me now to introduce, I have the writer, director, and some of her cast and crew of A Sense of Purpose, Fighting for Our Lives. Allow me to introduce lead actress Tamara Woods as Sergeant Diane Torres.
Hello.
Lead actor John Joseph Quilan as Captain Jake Nixon.
Happy to be here.
Lamont Fountain, he's the DP, the editor, producer, and the list probably goes on and on. We're going to talk more about that later. And writer, director, producer, and again, she probably wears even more hats than that, Jillian Bullock. Applause! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Excited! Welcome to Celebrities in the Basement.
Thank you for having us.
Oh my goodness, I'm truly excited about this. First, I want to ask about the cover. That cover, to me, I think I asked you before, is it a horror? Yeah, it's a poster. Is it a horror film? Fill my audience in on that.
No, it's a drama that deals with military veterans, post-traumatic stress disorder, and military sexual assault.
That sounds horrible to me.
Yeah, it is horrible. It's not a horror film.
It's not a horror film.
But it's horrible. It is horrible.
But I mean, you can have nightmares after watching this film, maybe.
Some people will.
Yes. What would you rate it?
It's R. It's
It
rated
is definitely rated R. Definitely rated R.
Due to language and some sexual situations.
Okay, all right. Now, your time span, from the time you put your pen to the paper to this very moment, what was that time span like?
4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
Amazing. 4 years.
3 years to do the research, to learn everything, to do interviews with military veterans who have been sexually assaulted, who are willing to share their story with me, dealing with psychiatrists who treated members of the military. And that takes a lot of time because you have to get people to trust you and open up to you.
Why did you find this was so important to tell this story?
Well, it's important because, one, Tamara and I both are veterans. I'm Army vet. Tamara is an Air Force vet. Thank God it didn't happen to either one of us when we were in the military.
Thank God, yes.
But when I was in the military, other women that I didn't know was in my unit, it had happened to them. And it was just an interesting story. It's one that should be told. Not enough people know about what goes on in the military. And like I said, Tamara and I served, and of course we're proud to be veterans. However,
Thank you for serving. Yes.
But there's an ugly side there as well.
Yes.
And I want people to know, be more aware of what goes on and how our veterans sometimes aren't being taken care of as they should.
So I want to ask this to all of you. Why did you say yes to this film? John?
I think it's a very powerful film, and like Joe was saying, it opens people's eyes. people try to push it under the rug, as they say. It's an issue that needs to be addressed.
Absolutely.
So I think, you know, my role in this film, as horrible as it is, it brings to light what really happens.
And Tamara?
Oh, I said yes to the film because, for one, it's important, and to piggyback off of what they said, you definitely want to bring awareness to it. There are some veterans that are speaking out and telling their stories, but we definitely want to keep it in the forefront. And also, it's I said yes because this is what I like doing. I like doing work that's thought-provoking, you know, that's going to inspire, educate, and definitely empower, you know, people to do something, to take action.
Yes, yes. And Lamont?
When when Jillian first told me what it was about, I was interested, but I read the script and I was blown away. It was very powerful, and it was so powerful. I didn't put it down from when I first picked it up. I went all the way through it, and I told her, I was like, "This is, yeah, we got to do this."
And speaking of picking up this script for John and Tamara, your character, do you like your character? And will the audience like your character?
Really, to answer that question, I think it applies to any role I get. I try to immerse myself in the character. I know Nixon's a bad guy, a real despicable individual, but my role is to play this role and make him believable. If you believe the character, I did my job as an actor. I did my job to show what really happens in the military. You know, as nasty as it is, it's a role I felt was very important because my role is opening people's eyes. So if I can convey that to the viewer, and the viewer leaves saying, I hated that guy, then I did my job.
Yes. Yeah. And Tamara?
For me, well, first...
Will we like you, and do you like you?
Definitely you will. You can relate to her. But I just wanted to share that in the beginning, Jillian actually had another role for me. And I had read through the characters and their description, and when I came to Sergeant Diane Torres, I was just like, man, it was just heavy, right? And as soon as I said that, she contacted me back and said, you know, I saw your resume and I think you can play, you know, I have another role for you. And I said, what role is it? And she said, Diane Torres. And I was like, God, I just had to call on the Lord because I was just, you know, looking at it and like, oh my God, like how would I be able to do that? You know, not experiencing it, but to actually make it real, you know what I mean, and believable, as John said. And with anything I approached, it was through prayer.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Well, we're going to take a break and actually show the viewers. Right now, we're going to check out the trailer for A Sense of Purpose, Fighting for Our Lives. We'll be right back. Enjoy the trailer.
In the last 2 months, I've lost 7 veterans suffering from PTSD. 3 men, 4 women.
I'm sorry. The pain you're going through.
They're the ones in pain. Each day, 22 veterans commit suicide. And I pray to God to help me help them. But I get so exhausted at times. I just don't know what to do. I don't know how to save them. She was calling out for help because she was in so much pain. And that's where we come in. We have to be there for her.
Everyone's got a story with memories that could tear us down, but we each have to hold our own in this battleground.
I want a discharge.
What I know is that I won't be beaten. I will not
I miss Mom
try.
so much, Dad.
No, I'll fight till I know I'm home bound.
Angela?
So I'm asking you to stay with me until the morning comes.
I don't think I can do this. It's too painful.
Because it's only then that I'll be done.
I was raped by my commanding officer.
How could you do something so cowardly?
Things just got out of hand. I was drunk. Hey, ladies.
I saw what you did to her.
Wow. Amazing, amazing. I mean, the trailer itself has my heart pumping.
You know what? I don't know if you felt the same way. When they showed me the actual official trailer,
Yes.
the first minute, when he combined that amazing song,
Yes.
and it showed her,
Yes.
I had tears in my eyes when I first watched it. I told him, I said,
Yes,
I'm man enough to
absolutely.
admit I needed a Kleenex. Because it's the perfect combination of the music
Absolutely.
and you see her hugging her father, and it's like,
Yes.
my God.
And let's talk about that music
And then
score.
all of a
How did
sudden
you go
it
about-
flashes to the bad guy. It instantly sets the tone. It's like,
Yes.
wow, it was
Yes.
perfectly done.
So let's talk about the music score. How did you go about scoring? Who scored the music?
Go ahead, Lamont.
Lamont.
The song on the trailer
Yeah.
was it's two friends of mine, a husband and wife team, did that. Tracy Nelson and Faye Brown, and they wrote it specifically for the movie. Like, yeah, and they knocked it out the park.
Yes. So, in writing that particular song for the trailer, did they write other music for the entire film, or did music come from elsewhere?
The music, the actual score is being done by Maurice Wiltshire,
Okay.
another good friend of mine, and but they did that one song for the film. They may do another, but that's like the main song.
Yes, yes.
You know.
Now, speaking of music, I know you're doing a music video in conjunction with the film. Can you elaborate on that a little more?
In April, we'll be shooting a music video. And it's for that song. We got such great response from that song. Like, it moved people so much.
Yes.
That we're going to do the music video because it'll tell more of the story. And people get to hear more of the song.
Yes.
So we're looking forward to it. We shoot in April. We're going to get that together. So we're excited.
So, Lamont, will you be directing that? Because you're a music director, right? Music video director, I should say. Award-winning. Let me back up.
Yes.
Award-winning. I need to back up because Tamara's award-winning.
Well,
you're all award-winning. I'm sitting here with award winners.
Wait.
I'm so excited.
Oh, I'm not award winner. I didn't win, but I'm Broadway nominated.
But weren't you on an Emmy show that, ABC?
Yes, Emmy Award, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Philadelphia, The Great Experience.
Yes, with my good
Emmy
friend
Award.
Steve Crum.
Yay!
Yay! So let's go back to award-winning music video director, Lamont, because you actually directed a good friend of mine, James Knight's Abandoned.
Right.
Yes. So you will be doing the video for...
Well, we're going to co-direct.
co-directing.
Co-directing that. Okay. All right.
We've been throwing ideas back and forth, and it's going to be good.
Yeah.
You
I already
people
wrote
gonna
the
love
treatment.
So let's talk about casting. How did you go about casting? What were some of the challenges with casting this piece?
Actually, I worked with one of my other producers, Delane Poe, and we had assistance from Karen Vicks.
Okay,
You might know
Karen,
Karen,
yes.
And we were there at, Lamont was doing all the recording of it so we could have it on, we could look back at it and see what we liked, what we didn't like. And we had a good turnout. It was a good crowd. Ace Real Studios, Shantae, she was the owner of that studio. She allowed us to go into her studio and do auditions.
Okay,
And
nice.
we had a ton of people. We were there for 5-6 hours.
Wow. Okay.
And we had a slew of folks. And then what we had to do, we just had to dwindle it down to a couple people for one role, and then we look back at their footage and say, I think. And we all discussed it. Lamont's the producer, I'm a producer, and Delane's the producer, and then Karen. We all just looked at it and said, okay, we're going to pick this person.
Nice.
So we were happy that we had a lot to choose from.
Absolutely, yes.
A lot of people came out, they were very professional. And some roles it was up in the air because they were so good. We didn't know, But we got who we were.
Awesome. So right now I want you each to tell me one favorite thing or one good thing about each one that are sitting here. Anyone you can
This
start.
list can go on forever. If you ask me,
Yes.
this is, to me, you know, first and foremost, I'm honored I was selected as the lead male actor
Yes.
by Jillian. You know, one of the greatest female filmmakers in the world says to me, I believe John Quinn will be a great actor someday. That means a lot to me. That's huge. Lamont, you know, the man's a genius. I've said it a million times. The things this man does with cinematography blows me away every day. Tamara, you know, I fed off Tamara during filming. You know, all I did was I watched how she acted, and I just mimicked it. I mean, she made me better. I couldn't have done the role I did the way I did it without her. I fed off everything she did. So I owe my role as Nixon, dramatic and all that. I just fed off what she presented. So I just kind of just piggybacked on her. She's the one who was really, you know, to me, carrying this whole thing. I went along for the ride.
Wow.
You know,
Well, I would like to thank Jillian for selecting me as the lead and just believing in me that I could do it. Like I said before, because I was shaking my head like, you know, it's heavy. And, you know, I just appreciated, you know, I call her boss lady, this boss lady right here. And Lamont, I mean, oh my gosh, he is so good. He's so good. That's why he award winning.
Yeah, absolutely.
What he did.
Absolutely.
You know, I was sitting looking at his work. Oh my gosh, I had my dance. I was like,
wait, you do dance?
Y'all see, that's a dance. That's a dance.
I mean, he was like, when I was looking at the film and the scenes, it was like he did everything that was in my head when I was looking at the scenes. I was like, wow, it was just so powerful. And John trying to make me cry.
Yes.
Because, you know, you're talented. And I'm really just happy, you know, that you came on board. And this is his debut. You know what I mean? And he did awesome. I mean, it wasn't me. I was feeding off of you. It was like we feeding off of each other, you know? And I see you going very far. Very far on what you're doing. You know what I mean? So she did a wonderful job picking the cast. Everybody gelled together. It wasn't no ego tripping or nothing. You know, it was really good. It was really good.
Oh man. Well, first Jillian. I mean, her skills as a writer is so crazy because it's like now this, you know, doing an independent film with very small budget. It's a lot of things we had to change and she was like coming up with stuff, rewrites, and I'm like, when did you come up with that? She's like, I just did it last night. I'm like, wow. I mean, and her business sense is like, I'm blessed to be working with her. John, if you could see this guy, like his character in the film and who he is in real life is total opposite. And it's amazing that he can go there because the character's he's a really whack person. Like, I mean, really evil, like really evil, and he pulls it off, you know. And Tamara, she just, when she goes into displaying a emotion or something like that in a scene, it just fills the whole room. I mean, everybody can feel it, and she can go there like that. And it's like, I'm talking about, you know, cry, you know, to laughter, you know. So I'm blessed to be a part of this.
Well, I'm gonna start with Lamont because when we met at the little diner, trying to feel each other out to see if we wanted to even work together, it was like an instant connection, like, you know. And over the time that we have worked together, it's amazing that usually on sets, you know, the director and the DP, a lot of times they bump heads. And Lamont and I never did. We never argued.
That's awesome.
Even if we disagreed, we compromised. But sometimes I would say, okay. And then sometimes he'll say, okay. And it's to the point now that we click so well. We trying to work on doing a studio together.
Absolutely.
Because we click so well, and we have all these projects to do. He's just amazing. He listens, which is, I find that could be difficult for men to work under. Like in this picture, he worked for me.
Yes.
On other pictures will work together
Yes.
as a unit. And a lot of men are egos. You know, I'm not going to work with a woman, you know, and tell me what to do. But he never was like that. He had no ego. He was just the best, and he has great ideals, and he's amazing. Working with Tamara, we have been trying to work together for years. We finally got the opportunity, and she amazes me. You know, she could go from laughing one moment to the next moment she's crying, just like that. It's just like I don't know how she does that, but that's the talent. That's skill, talent. And in real life, she's just a sweetheart. She's just a very loving, caring person, very nurturing on the set.
Yes.
And that's important because you have a lot of people you're working with all day. You're tired, hungry. She never loses composure. She's just a wonderful person. I'll work with her many more times, trust me. And John, like Lamont said, came into the character, his debut.
Yes. Congratulations.
And it's a hard role. It's a very hard role. We put more challenges on because sometimes we'll do something like, hey John, like we got to do tomorrow. We have to go do one pickup scene tomorrow. We just told him today.
Since you're in town.
Yeah, you're in town. We got to do a pickup scene real fast.
I love it. I love it.
He just takes the character who is a very complicated character. They say a mean person. They say an evil person. Well, I wrote it as a complicated person because we're all complicated. He was in the military. He's seen things. He's done things in the military. It changes you. It makes you, you know, different. So it's a complicated character.
Yes.
Which Hollywood loves.
Absolutely.
They like that complication. Those are the ones who win awards and stuff. So, and that's how I wrote it, to have a character arc. So people sometimes like him, sometimes they hate him, sometimes they want to kill him, sometimes they have sympathy.
Trying to figure out where he's
coming
from.
from.
Yes.
So he did an amazing job. Those two connected and clicked really well, and that's hard to do.
That's the key, though.
That's very hard to do.
Let's talk about location. Did you film entirely in Philadelphia, and where did those wooded scenes come from, and the stables and all that? Let's talk about it.
The stables, Missy Godfrey, a young black woman, owns the Bill Pickett Writing Academy in Fairmount Park.
Okay.
Lamont and I was scouting one day. We needed a good scene. We had to do a rape scene there, some other scenes, and we just happened to go past this place. We said, let's just go up there and see who owns it and if they would allow us to shoot here. And we were surprised that it was a young black female. And she was telling us the history of Bill Pickett Writing Academy and everything, and she has been...
Now, you mentioned budget earlier. Let's talk about your budget goal versus the actual budget. What was that like? The difference? How much did it cost to make this film?
Our budget originally was supposed to be $250,000. We came in like maybe 20.
Okay. And you're getting it done though.
It's done.
Yes.
Yeah, we have been blessed to have a lot of people helping us. Like Joe Hunter, who's the executive producer. He's one of the executive producers. Man, he put on 3 fundraisers. He's like taking money out of his pocket and what you need. And I'm telling you, it wasn't for Joe, we wouldn't have got this. I mean, we all have to put out money. We're producers. We all have to put out money from our pockets. But he really came through.
In the last 2 months, I've lost 7 veterans suffering from PTSD. 3 men, 4 women.
I'm sorry. The pain you're going through.
They're the ones in pain. Each day, 22 veterans commit suicide. And I pray to God to help me help them. But I get so exhausted at times. I just don't know what to do. I don't know how to save them. She was calling out for help because she was in so much pain. And that's where we come in. We have to be there for her.
Everyone's got a story with memories that could tear us down. but we each have to hold our own in this battleground.
I want a discharge.
What I know is that I won't be beaten. I will not
I miss Mom
die.
so much, Dad.
No, I'll fight till I know I'm homebound.
Angela?
So I'm asking you to stay with me until the morning comes.
I don't think I can do this. It's too painful.
Because it's only then that I'll be down.
I was raped by my commanding officer.
How could you do something so cowardly?
Things just got out of hand. I was drunk. Hey, ladies.
I saw what you did to her.
I'm Karen Martin,
I'm John Martin.
and we're executive producers of Celebrities in the Basement, and you're watching Philly Cam.
Before we come to a close, I want each one of you to look directly into the camera and give some inspiring artists some inspirational words.
I'll start. I think always keep a dream fresh in your mind.
So I would say don't give up. Keep your dreams in your heart and make them real, because your passion is part of your purpose.
Find what you love to do and do it. It's, whatever it is, it's ways to do it now. Technology exists that makes it easier for us to do what we want to do.
In any business that you want to do, no matter what it is, film or want to be a lawyer or whatever you want to do in life, to me, I was talking to John about this earlier today, you need to find a good mentor. Everybody needs a mentor. I had a mentor when I was in college. The bureau chief of the Wall Street Journal mentored me to help me become a full-fledged reporter at the Wall Street Journal. And I play it forward to other people who are really working hard and trying to make it happen. You need mentors. Everybody needs somebody to help them when they don't know what they're doing, when they need that encouragement, when they need that sense of direction that they don't have. You need a mentor to guide you. So if you can look in your area, whatever field you want to do, and find someone who can mentor you and take you under their wing, to me, I think that would be the best bet for anybody to help them succeed.
Yeah. Please fill my audience in on when the premiere is, where it's going to be, and so they can come and get tickets and all that information.
Well, unfortunately, the Philadelphia screening that we're having in June is not for the general public. It is for it's a private actors, screening. It's a private screening for the actors, the crew, the sponsors, the investors, media.
Yes.
To come out to screen it. We're not allowed to have a public showing until we get a distribution deal.
I want to thank you for joining me here in Celebrities in the Basement. I want to wish you absolute best with your film. All right?
Thank you.
And I want to thank all of you once again for tuning in to Celebrities in the Basement. I'm Karen Waller Martin. And just remember, to every one fan, you have two haters. Just stay focused on your dreams. Keep the prayers going up, and you know the blessings will always, always come down. Thank you, and good night.
Celebrities in the Basement, the place to be. Karen Waller Martin on your TV. Politics, drama, music, sports, arts. Favorite celebs, climbing the charts. First-hand info on the live. Careers, next projects on the rise. Come visit Karen every week. Never know who's in the hot seat. Celebrities in the Basement is the place to be. You got Karen Waller Martin on your TV screen. Celebrities in the Basement.
So when things are happening, follow her. Because wherever things are happening that's worthy to be, she will be there.
Oh, God bless.
God bless you.
All right.
Celebrities in the Basement, the place to be. Karen Waller Martin.